Shalom, this video is an effort to explain the basics of the philosophy of Saadia Gaon, one of the great sages of Jewish history, the head of the Pumbedita and then the Surah academies in Babylonia, lived in the 10th century. Saadia Gaon was a writer in Arabic, which replaced Aramaic as the lingua franca of the Jewish people, and really the first medieval Jewish philosopher. There was an ongoing struggle for authority between the Babylonian and Jerusalem academies that Saadia led, and one of the basic issues was the fixing of the Jewish calendar. His most renowned book was called the Book of Beliefs and Opinions, Sefer Emunot V'Deot, the first philosophical systematic explanation of Judaism. He also translated the Bible into Arabic and prepared a uniform prayer book for the Jews living in the Arab world, and died in the year 942. First of all, his Halakhic texts, he covered every Halakhic topic that he touches on in the fullest detail, and provided a systematic structure and logical order and detailed introduction for it. In terms of philosophy, in this book, Sefer Emunot V'Deot, he sets out to find rational proof for the dogma of the oral and written law, and his importance lies in being the first medieval Jewish philosopher to reconcile the Bible and philosophy, reason, and revelation. He identifies four basic sources of knowledge: sense perception, self-evident principles, he says, such as the approval of telling the truth, inferential knowledge gained by syllogistic reasoning, and then reliable tradition, confidence in the truth of the reports of others. And in Judaism, he says, reliable tradition has special significance, and that refers to the transmission through the Bible and the oral tradition of God's revelation to the prophets. And he maintains that revelation is crucial in order to impart the truth to those who are incapable of rational investigation. He also sees a correspondence between reason and revelation and states that one cannot refute the other. Very interesting. Thus, Saadia maintains that one must reject the validity of any prophet whose teachings contradict reason. He believed the world was created ex nihilo, out of nothing, and provides four different proofs for creation in his thinking. After he provides these four proofs of creation, he proceeds to refute all the other cosmological theories that differ from his own. Now, his basic theory of God refers to God as creator. He maintains God is the cause of all corporeal existence, and therefore God cannot be corporeal, for if he were, there would have to be something beyond him, which would be the cause of his existence. Regarding divine attributes, he emphasizes three essential qualities of God: life, power, and wisdom. For Saadia, the creation of the world itself by God was an act of free will. God wanted to benefit his creatures by giving them the opportunity of serving him through the observance of the commandments, by which he believed people would find true happiness through the observance of the commandments. In terms of mitzvot, he investigated the rationality of them and divided them into two kinds of laws: mitzvot sichliot, that had the basis in reason, and traditional ritual and ceremonial laws, mitzvot shemiot, such as dietary laws, which he did not believe had the basis in reason. Now, some other rabbis, of course, would provide rationale for all of the mitzvot. For example, see Abraham Chill's book, Mitzvot and Their Rationale, but for Saadia, writing in the 10th century, there were some that had no rational basis. Now, all rational laws, he believed, are subsumed under three rational principles. First, reason demands that one thank one's benefactor, therefore it's reasonable to thank God. Second, reason demands a wise person not permit himself to be insulted, therefore God shouldn't be permitted to be insulted. And third, reason demands that creatures should not harm one another, hence it's reasonable that God should prohibit people from hurting one another. In order for man to arrive at the knowledge of both kinds of laws, revelation is necessary. Now finally, in terms of the nature of the body and soul, he believed the soul, composed of very fine material, has three essential faculties: appetite, spirit, and reason. But the soul cannot act on its own, therefore it needs the body as an instrument. He also has freedom of choice. Now God, he believes, knows the outcome of our deliberations, but does not cause a person to act in a specific way. Regarding Theodicy, why the evil prosper seemingly and the righteous suffer, he maintains the earlier rabbinic view that states that the righteous who suffer in this world will be rewarded in the world to come. Regarding the soul, he argues that it remains in a sort of limbo-like state until it will be reunited with the body at the time of the Messiah. In summation, he's clearly one of the most dominant figures in the development of Judaism and its literature. He is the most authoritative Gaonic source, influenced a number of Jewish followers of Plato, such as Bachi ibn Pekuda and Moses ibn Ezra. Also a pioneer of rabbinic literature, one of the first to write books in the modern sense of the word. That's a little introduction to the great medieval sage Saadia Gaon.